This is true. This is true. All right. While we're recording our meeting, why don't we dive into meeting minutes and answer a couple questions from the group? You cool with that?
Yeah.
You can just post this. All right, cool. All right. So, hi everyone. Welcome. We're just talking about a property that we are analyzing. It's a big boy off market that we think has a lot of potential, but we shall see. But while we're in the middle of our meeting, we figured we'd do our meeting minutes segment. This is where we try to pull questions from the group and just have some discussion on it. So Ben, I like this one. This came from, I think, Michigan, and it was a question essentially about a property with an asking price that's too high. Agent or broker said they're not going to accept the offer, meaning the seller's not going to accept the offer. So it's like submit LOI or just tell the broker I'll follow up with you. You know, what's kind of the best course here, or is there a different tact to take in that scenario? So that's the gist of the thought. Wonder what you would do.
Did the broker say that he didn't want to submit the offer, or did you?
That doesn't say that. Just says won't accept it.
Yeah, I think I would do both. I would submit an offer and explain to the broker why your number got to this. I mean, why your offer got to this number. So he understands your process. He knows your numbers, and then they just have to show him that you know what you're doing essentially. So, and that your number, even if it's super low compared to the asking price, it's valid and it makes sense. So that puts you in a position, of authority, and you're just seen as a serious, person that knows what he's doing. And on top of that, I would just tell him, here's my number. Here's why my number is so low. If if you can submit it to the seller, I'd appreciate it. And if it doesn't work out, just please let me know, and I'll follow up with you in a month or so or two. And yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, no, we've had that experience a couple times where, we put an offer verbally in front of a broker for 40% less, right?
Yeah.
45% less. And the broker initially is like, what? And I'm like, oh, let's go through it. Let's go through the underwriting. Boom, 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 boom. And you get a range. We've gotten a range of a few different responses to it. The best one was like, yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I just know that they're not going to accept it. But the other,
it doesn't get you into the deal, but it gets you, that the broker sees you as someone that's serious. So
credible, right? Because even other brokers have said, wow, okay, I see what you're doing. I feel that's more conservative than it needs to be, but I get it. I get why you're underwriting it that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. At least it's like, I'm not just trying to lowball because, I want to get some great deal and as much off as possible. Like, I'm looking at the numbers that you gave. I'm looking at what maybe isn't there, because often like management's not, especially if you're looking at something like under 50 units, often there's no management in the pro forma or the actuals for that matter. So you have to kind of add that in, and it just makes sense.
And a great way to do that, because video is always nice. I've been using Loom recently to do little tutorials and stuff like that. So it just essentially captures your screen, and you can go through the analyzer that you use, or the calculator, and just talk through it. So it's like the person gets a feedback, and he sees what you're seeing live with the audio. So I think it works really well for them.
I like it. You're luminescent. You're a loom something. You loom large.
Yeah. I just use Loom, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the other question that we had was around, and this popped up in a few different places, but right now it's mid-September, late September as we record this, 2019. Fed just announced a 0.25% interest rate cut. And, kind of preface this with, who knows? But I'm curious. I don't know, Ben, if you have any initial thoughts on what it may mean to a multifamily investor, a 0.25% drop in interest rates, or if you think anything at all, if you're just like, yeah, this is what it is.
I think it's interesting for people who want to buy. Obviously, that might affect the cap rates on the back end, and that's where I will stop and let you finish.
I'm going to finish.
I don't know that much.
This is
Uh,
most of our partnership. He does a little and then just like leaves it undone for me to finish.
there we go.
Right.
Yep.
Now, so I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is I think that with interest rates being as low as they are and going down, it continues, people continue to buy. And in our space, if they continue to buy, it means they pay more, which therefore means cap rates stay low. So it means the inventory stays expensive. Um, that's my thought. I think there is a direct correlation. If you ask more brainy people than me between interest rates and cap rates, they go up and down together. I think that's right. Could be wrong, but again, this is, you guys are just sitting in the room with us right now. We're just bantering stuff. Somebody could Google it and tell us right now what the actuality is on that. Um, but that's what I think it is. I think cap rates stay low, property stays expensive. It remains a buyer's market because people are going to say, I'm sorry, a seller's market, because people are going to say at 3% or 3.5%, I got to buy everything I can right now. The interest is almost like it's free money. It's free money. I'm going to buy, 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 buy. I know I'll make it up in the long term, and it might be right. I don't know, but that's what I think the impact is immediately. I do wonder though, with people buying, does that mean that there's less of a demand for apartments, right? Because you can buy housing so cheap, or at least with such cheap debt. So, you do wonder that a little bit. But at the same time, I think just the behavior out there, whatever you want, millennials, this generation, who knows, um, indicates that people are more interested in renting. And this is, market by market specific, obviously. Like there's no such thing as the market in the United States. Every market's a little different, has its own unique happenings. But that's my general thought is interest rates low, keeps cap rates low, which means, seller's market for a while. And I think it's going to be here for a bit. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you think?
Give
They
it
sound
some.
reasonably intelligent to the spreadsheet geek that you are.
It was okay.
All right.
Make-
All right, we got to go because we got to talk about, we got this LLC thing. We've got cost seg, a cost seg study we got to get done. So I think we're done with this segment, but we'll keep going on some other topics. So say
All
bye
right.
to say bye to people, Ben.
Au revoir.
Oh, it's kind of bye. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Let us know your thoughts on these topics. Drop them in the comments and start a little discussion here. Let's see what you guys think about interest rates going down. What's the impact on the multifamily market? And Ben talked a little bit about, do not submit an offer when you know it's not going to be accepted? What does that look like? So what have you done? Give us some comments. But we're going to move on with our meeting. We'll talk to you soon.